Peace.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Junior, aka Smoking Guns, out here in Tucson, Arizona, representing the Ultimate Fight Club, giving you the latest content in boxing and MMA news that is out. So, today's video, we are going to be talking about the PBC fight card that happened Saturday night with KEITH THURMAN versus JOSESITO Lopez. And the viewership ratings have came out for what that fight generated. And dude, they did some really badass numbers, man. And it sounds like it scored 1.98 million viewerships on average, okay? And if you break it down fight by fight basis, the Marrero versus Nayambayar fight averaged over 1.7 million viewers. The Adam Kalinowski versus Gerald Washington fight averaged over 1.9 million viewers. And the KEITH THURMAN versus JOSESITO Lopez fight averaged over 2.4 million viewers, all right? And it also goes on to state PBC did 12% better than last year's UFC Fight Night that did over 1.7 million viewership. It was also 11% better than the NHL All-Star Game on NBC that did over 1.7 million viewership. And with Fox Deportes, 179,000 viewers, Saturday night's fight card totaled just over 2.1 million viewers, quote. Now, with this being said, dude, these are some friggin' badass numbers to see for a fight card like this on a free network like Fox. And it just goes to show all the other friggin' promotion companies out there being on a big ass network like Fox, what kind of ratings that you can be able to do for big ass fights like this, having a championship fight on a premier network like Fox or CBS or so forth and so forth. And it also goes to show the kind of numbers that KEITH THURMAN is bringing in, because this isn't the first time that he's brought in some big ass numbers. When he fought Danny Garcia, he had peaked at 5.1 million viewers on CBS. And also when he fought Sean Porter on CBS, I think they had averaged over 3.1 million viewers. So it just goes to show that KEITH THURMAN is still a big ass draw and people will still clamor to see his fights. And it also goes to show what will happen when you do put championship fights like that on a premier network like that. And I'm hoping that PBC keeps this blueprint going on like this, putting big championship fights on a big network like Fox, just so the average American can be able to see these champions, especially for the average American that don't know a lot about these boxers. All these people can be able to have their eyes on these champions, get to know these champions. So when these champions do these pay-per-view fights, and then the commercials are broadcasted on Fox and FS1 and so forth, the people will be more willing to buy the pay-per-view for these fighters, because then they're going to have a better relationship with these fighters. They're going to know who these fighters are. They're going to be a fan of these fighters. And then they won't have a problem spending their money in order to be able to see these fighters fight. And I'm hoping that they still keep this blueprint with keeping these championship fights on platforms like Fox or FS1 to be able to bring in the viewership, to be able to increase the ratings. Because then when they start doing these big super fights and these unification fights, you'll have a guy like KEITH THURMAN who they put on Fox, and then Sean Porter, he's going to be on Fox. So then if they end up doing the KEITH THURMAN versus Sean Porter pay-per-view, they will be more likely to generate a lot of pay-per-view buys, because the average American will know who these fighters are and will be more inclined to be able to buy that pay-per-view to be able to watch a badass fight, because they will know who these fighters are. And I'm just really curious to see exactly what the ratings are going to be for these future cards, because like I said, these fights are just now starting to be broadcasted on Fox. So the average American are just being introduced to these fighters and being introduced that these fights are going to be more frequently on Fox. So I'm just going to be real curious to see how good these ratings are going to be for the upcoming fights in the future. All right. So I hope you guys like the video. If you guys like the video, make sure to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you guys have any kind of comments, any kind of questions, hit me up in the comment section and I'll be sure to hit you guys up. All right. So I hope you like the video. Holla at your boy.